Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. Welcome to day 11 of our new account for $1 a day raid. Now today's topic is going to be, should you invest in Warpriest? This is a champion that everybody gets for free. I think she's like the 3rd or 4th champ that you get. So this is her, and it's a question of, should you build her out, should you invest in her? So we're going to talk about that. Before we do jump into it though, if you are new to the channel, do give us a thumbs up. It does help out considerably. Subscribe if you're interested in Raid Shadow Legends. We will get on to doing some endgame content on our other accounts, and we will be making some build guides to help people through the game on their first playthrough. Right, so champion in question is a Sacred Order. We do all get her. She's a support based champion and it is Warpriest. Now she is Spirit Affinity. Your starter champ that you've picked is going to be Magic Affinity. Magic is strong to Spirit, so you're not got money problems when facing campaign levels with green enemies, dungeon waves mostly of green enemies, but your Force is going to give you a problem. So the red waves normally will give your blue champions a problem. Green is strong to red, so that's one thing she does have going for her. Let's have a little look at her kit. So at A1, she has a 15% chance of a freeze based on attack. Now this is pretty rubbish because 1, her attack is miserable, and 2, 15% chance to freeze, it's so low. It's like 1 in every 6 hits. This is the only ability that she has that actually hits. So you know, 1 in 6 chance of a freeze, not great at all. If you pump some bucks in, you can get this up to 25% chance. I would 100% recommend not booking her. Her A2 on a 4-turn cooldown, which can be booked again to 3, is it will heal a target ally by 20% of their max HP, heals all allies except the target by 10% of the target's HP. So you can pick somebody, you heal them 20%, you then heal the rest of your team by 10% of that target's HP. So if you pick a high HP champion, you're getting a bigger heal, but generally speaking the higher HP champions are the tankier ones. Enemies aren't going to be picking the high HP champion, they're going to pick the low HP champion, so this is not particularly usable. Now also the way these heals work is it says 5%, 5%, 10%. You don't add them. It doesn't become a 40% heal and a 20% heal. These are multiplicative, so it's 20% plus 5%, which is like, I don't know what, 21%, and then it goes up another 5% to like 22, and then up another 10% to like, you know, 24. So it's about 24% heal, so it's not great. Then her next ability is she places the small version 25% of increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. 5-turn cooldown, can be booked down to 3. Her base stats, her HP is decent for rare, 18,000 is nothing to be sniffed at. Her defense again also is decent for rare, well, actually it's really good for rare, 1,100. Her speed is okay at 97. Now I'm not going to build her. I didn't build her when I first played through the game. This is my 3rd new account, you know, through helping my son through the game, restarting it, all that type of stuff. I haven't built it in any of them, and the reason is because I just don't like her kit. I don't think it offers anything really. This crowd control is not very good, the chance is too small. Her heal I don't think is particularly great on a 3-turn cooldown. 10% HP is like nothing. You know, you will get that off 3 immortal sets, which you'll get from Clan Boss, and that would be every turn rather than every 3 turns. And you know, placing increased attack, fine, but there is a champion who we can get through the campaign for free. Again, we just have to farm her up, and we can get multiple copies of her, so we can book her out. Is Spirit Host. Again, same affinity. She's got the big version of increased attack on it, so she already beats her for that. She's got speed aura in all battles. Her stats aren't as good. She's not got quite as much HP. She's not got quite as much defense. She's much quicker though. She will then also self-heal. You know, again, not really great. But she's also got block buffs. So she blocks debuffs for 1 turn on a 5-turn cooldown, which is not great. But ultimately, would I rather have a Spirit Host? Yeah, I definitely would. She's offering more damage to your attack-based champions. She gives you speed aura and she gives you a block buffs. Now, in terms of healing, obviously you are going to need a healer, but the best healer early on is to basically go and beat the campaign on even just normal difficulty. If you go and do stage, is it 8? 8, the Valdemar Straits, you can farm lifesteal gear. This will heal your champions far better than Spirit Host can. Each time your champs do damage, they will get a little bit of life back, so 30% of the damage dealt. That is more effective than leveling Warpriest up. So 100% advice, do not build her else, do not upgrade her. Now, the only caveat to this is it's okay to take it to 40 to then turn it into a 5-star chicken. I'm not going to bother, I'm just going to feed her. Her gear, before feeding anybody, always check the gear. Are the pieces that you want to take off? 4-star speed boots would generally be okay, but the substats are miserable. Double roll on defense. We can get 4-star speed boots fairly easy by farming the campaign. 20,000 to take that off, no thanks. 3-star HP chest, we don't want that. 3-star HP gloves, we don't want those. The only 2 pieces that look interesting are the Divine Life set, which is giving us a 15% shield for 3 turns and increasing HP. That would be 20k to take off, and this one will be 20k to take off. Now, this is a total judgment call. I think either way is probably fine. You get this gear by advancing in the arena, so it is kind of hard to get nice pieces of this. The self shield I don't really think is particularly worth it. There is some content that does require shields in the game, but that is a long way off from a brand new account. 4-star gear, generally speaking, we're not going to be terribly interested in. We're trying to build up 5-star pieces really because they are worth investing in, because we can keep them up to like stage 20, 21, 22 in dungeons. The substats, resistance, attack percent, accuracy, they're not great. If it was speed and crit rate and things like that, or HP percent, then maybe. This one does have HP percent, HP and defense, so decent rolls. But again, we can get a 5-star shield, we could get HP percent, double triple roll, we could get defense percent, speed. So all in all, I don't think that this is worth it. So we're not even going to take the gear offer. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to the tavern. We're going to upgrade her rank. We do have some food, and then we've got like a few 3-star champs to pick from. We're going to pick this chick here. We're going to upgrade her. She's now 4-star, and we're just going to use her as a chicken. So I've got 2 champs that I'm thinking, well, 3 that I would like to get to 50. One is Husk, because he's got really cool AoE max HP, and he's Force Affinity, which we've got 50 wise. We've got 2 blues. Ugo again is another one for consideration. She's a cracking champ, just really good for progression. So it's going to be between those 2. I do like Dilgol as well. He's somebody we want to take to 50. Frozen Banshee I want to take to 50 for her poisons. Kale I want to take to 50. But I think we're going to do Husk simply because we're going to try and balance out our force and magic. So we're going to put in, this guy's not very good, Warpriest. So here we go, remove and sacrifice, or sacrifice. We don't want to spend 90k taking that crappy gear offer. So there we go, upgrade, and we've got Husk up to rank 5. So there we go. So that is my advice, guys. Do not build Warpriest. She is not worth it. There are better champs that you can get from the campaign. In fact, if you look at the campaign, looking at who you can get, Valerie, I think I'd probably almost rather have. Again, she does the increased attack up also, but she also places shield, which is handy. Heals each ally to the number of buffs, so she does the heal as well. And she does something else as well. Increased duration of buffs and decreases debuffs, so she's better. I'd rather have her. Looking at stage 2, we don't want that dude, he's rubbish. Even Sorceress, she doesn't do healing, but she does do decreased speed, she does decreased defense big version, and she also has an extra hit, multi-hit, so miserable stats on the Sorceress. But again, I probably would rather build her else. Spirit Host we talked about. Greybeard is a better champion than Warpriest. You'd rather build this guy out. His kiss is pretty good. Nobody from this faction, probably neither of the two elves from here. Orc, no. Templar, I'd rather build out. He's much more useful champion. Decreased speed on his A1, defense based. This guy can hit, attacks 4 times at random, has a decent provoke chance, blocks damage on himself, counter attacks whenever he gets a debuff, so then slaps people with the decreased speed, has a resist in arena, so he's much more useful to build out. This guy's better to build out. Berserker, he can put out decent damage, ignores defense 20%, grants an extra turn if he kills somebody, fills his own turn meter when he crits. You know, War Maiden, we'd rather have her. Poison on the A1, big increased attack, and AoE decreased defense, the big version for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown, much better. Shield Guard, this guy's better. Decreased speed on the A1, fills his own turn meter, hits like a truck for defense, removes debuffs off himself. So, I mean, basically, you can get the idea. You know, we can go through. There's more champs still. There's another couple that we would rather pick. So, realistically, in terms of champs that you get your own hands on, they're a lot better than Warpriest. Plus, you're going to pull champions better than her. So, realistically, she is food. She is a chicken. Do not build her. That is my advice. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I've been the Filthy Casual. I'll see you again real soon. Take it easy. Peace.